record real quick in case you hear something that you want to share with one of your friends or your customers or teammates. But my name is Julia Cartee, and I am a Diamond Ambassador with Plexus, and all that really means is that I have a great team over the past 7 years. I've been with Plexus for about a little over 7 years, and we have worked our way to the top of the company. And every woman that you're going to hear from tonight is at one of the top positions of our company. And I'm going to do our first little fun giveaway. I know we have a lot of teammates on Healthy Starts Here if you're watching through our customer page. And I want you to throw in the comments. We have a it shows kind of the average income for every rank in Plexus. So if you have that sometimes saved on your phone, I know there's a few, most of them have the same, depending on what year it was made, numbers. But if you have that graphic, throw it in there, and I'm going to choose one of you to send just a little incentive of maybe taking about $10 or $15 off of your next purchase. So that way others can kind of see what it means to be diamond, sapphire, emerald in this business. Because I know that those words mean nothing to someone who doesn't know much about the business. But I am so excited tonight. We want to keep this simple and fast. We just want to share our top 7 reasons why we feel like Plexus is the best choice if you're looking for a home-based social selling company. And we realize that there's so many options out there right now. When I started Plexus 7 years ago, there were a few that some of my friends were part of. I didn't know much about social selling. I didn't know, really just kind of turned my nose up to what we call network marketing. But I have fallen in love with the industry over the past 7 years, and I have really learned, and now I'm proud of the company that I represent, and that my family, my girls, I have teenage girls that are counting down the days till they turn 18. They have a few years to the day they get to sign up. And that makes me a proud mom, that I am handing down a legacy company, something we can be proud of, products that we can be proud of. So to start us off with is Angie. Now, Angie is actually who I joined up under, or I joined with. We went to church together, and the fun fact about us two is we met at a Dave Ramsey class. We bonded over not having enough money to put in our envelopes. Raise your hand. Throw a good Dave Ramsey gif in the comments if you've ever taken a Dave Ramsey or know who he is. We bonded over not having enough money for our envelopes. And here we are 7 years later, $1 million businesses, and so thankful for just the Lord's blessing in this. So Angie, you give us your reason of why you would choose Plexus, one of your favorite reasons.
Well, I'm so excited to join y'all tonight. Thank you, Julia. And actually kind of what she talked about, not having enough money in the envelopes, much less my checking account at the time we started Plexus. We would laugh over like our checking accounts being negative, or like living off of Totino's pizza and ramen noodles with our families. And so when I started Plexus, a really big selling point to me was that it was a low startup. The startup was very low, and the startup right now, it's $1 if you want to join for our wholesale pricing, and we have some incredibly discounted packages. So for a little over $100, you could get started with your business, and it was your own products. You did not have to carry inventory. Years ago, I did a makeup company, and I had a lot of inventory on a credit card, and I kind of got in a little bit of trouble for that. So I also loved that you didn't have to have inventory. It was a low startup. And it was just a turnkey business. There was an opportunity. And at that time, I had a desperate need to help my daughter with her focusing issues. But then also I was looking for a way to continue to stay home with my children. So I actually borrowed money from my mom to get started. And I didn't want to have that money that I owed her hanging over my head. So I immediately was like, okay, how can I make $130 back quick? And y'all, I made that back in 2 weeks plus some, and paid my mom off. So I also liked that there was an opportunity for me to make money, and make money quick and fast just by sharing with my friends a product that I love. And that was a really, really big thing for me when I got started. And I know that Jill is going to talk a little bit more and explain a little bit more about our incredible compensation plan and kind of break that down as far as how you can earn that money. So I'll hand it over to you, Jill.
Thank you, Angie. So I was in love with the Plexus products because they changed my health. But really the reason I chose the Plexus business opportunity was because my husband and I are teachers, and there is not a lot of margin when it comes to teacher salaries. And we really needed that margin to help support our kids' activities and things that they wanted to do. And so I decided that if I was going to start sharing Plexus specifically, I wanted to know that that was going to be worth my time. And so I did some comparisons with other network marketing companies and other ways that I could make money tutoring and things like that. And really what I found was that our compensation plan, Plexus's compensation plan, was hands down the best, and even more so now with all the new enhancements. One of the things that I looked at was that we make more money here based on less PV. So if you're someone working in another network marketing company, you will immediately see that difference with Plexus. And what that equates to for me was that if I was going to invest in it, I wanted to make sure that it was worth my time and that I was compensated for it. So when I jumped in, I immediately started seeing a consistent pattern of my income with Plexus would equal the amount of time that, or the level of work that I was putting in. And that was so amazing to me. I still, to this day, I've never had a paycheck that I went, oh, I know exactly where all of that came from. I feel like they just add a little extra every time. And I know that it's all, well earned. And there are 11 different ways that you can earn money with Plexus. And at the very basic level, I knew that it was a great compensation plan when just for being an ambassador and ordering my products, I saved 25%. I got a paycheck back every time I ordered products for myself and my family. And so that alone was a great way to get me interested in starting to look at, if I'm going to do a business, if I'm going to have a side gig and make extra money, then I wanted to make sure that it was worth the time that I was putting into it. And it was hands down the best way for my family to put margin into our finances. So I'm not sure who I'm passing it off to, Julia. Oh, Lindsay. Okay. So next up is Lindsay.
Yay. Thank you, Jill. Okay. So I actually taught just like Jill. I taught for kindergarten for 8 years, but like a total of 10 years. And so I remember my very first, if you're a teacher, put a little one or apple in the comments. I know y'all are so tired. Okay. So, and when I first started teaching, my very first teaching job, I remember coming into my classroom. I really was just focused on making my classroom cute. I was like, everything else would fall into place. And honestly, I had wonderful mentors. I had teachers that had been teaching for 10, 15, 20 years that were just like, here's the keys to my classroom. Go in after school, get what you need out of the filing cabinet. And I just did what they did. And the great thing about our company, our team in general, is that you have mentors. You have those teachers that have been doing it already. So we have systems in place. So you are like, okay, Jill, this sounds fantastic. I need that. I need margin. Angie, that sounds so much like me. I totally connect with that. Or I have a friend that sounds just like that. But like, what do I do? That's where we've got you covered. That's what's so great. We have our file cabinet per se of what we've tried and messed up with and made better along the way. And that's what's so great about teamwork. And it was what's so great about working with a community of people that are totally different. I always say that anyone could do this. It may not be for everyone, but anyone can do this because it just takes certain characteristics. Yes, hard work, integrity, get along with other people, loving people. But honestly, any strength that you have can fit into this. That's what's so cool about it. And particularly our team, we have people that have hit the very top of the company all the way up, probably, I guess, 10 levels for me, which is very rare to find in an industry. And we have, I don't know if the number off the top of my head, over 400, 500 six-figure earners. So it's not like, oh, there's a few people that do really, really well. No, we have systems in place. We have the file cabinet in place where you don't have to start and say, okay, I have to learn this whole business. I have to get a master's degree in Plexus to get going. No, you get to earn as you learn, and you get to come alongside and link arms with teammates like this that may know a little bit more about the products, or may know a little bit more about social media, or may know a little bit more about whatever little things, and we learn together. That's what's so fun about the teamwork. You don't have to have all the answers. I still, 6 years in, do not have all the answers, but I can go to Julia, or I can go to Melissa, or I can go to Lisa and ask a question. So we have a great camaraderie with people on our team. We have tons of resources and systems that all you have to do is plug your people in place. So I love that because I'm a busy mama. I have 4, almost 5 on the way. That's why I'm out of breath and sweating because I'm a compacted little boy in a little space. But I just love that because we all need simple, we need effective, and we need to be able to do things in a timely manner that we know is going to work. And I want to be confident that when we ask someone to do something, we know that it's going to, that, you know, people are going to follow through and people are going to have the answers. So I love that team aspect about our team particularly. Okay, so who is next? Who do I get to pass? Oh, Julia. I signed up under Julia. We were sorority sisters in Troy at college, and just really, really sweet friends, and have got to walk this season of life so much better together because we have this. So, Julia?
Yes. So what Rob didn't mention is I have a teaching degree, but I feel like I'm still cheating off L. Rob's paper. I didn't cheat in college, but she's very more studious than I was. But we both got a degree. So yes, she probably mentioned my favorite aspect of the whole business is the teamwork. But I'll tell you, the reason I joined, you've heard a little bit of my story, because I was a mom of 4. I have 5 now. And I was a stay-at-home mom. I worked for a nonprofit. I stopped doing that. I crafted. I sewed Halloween bags. I made Halloween costumes one year. I monogrammed. I mean, I'm a good Southern mama. I put the names on anything anybody wanted, and always trying to make ends meet. My husband was in the ministry, and when I found out, Andrea, who went to church with Angie and I, how much she was making with Plexus, I was like, oh, okay, maybe I can make $1,000 a month. Now, my 2 kids have severe eczema, so I did see the results in the products. And that's for another call to talk about the importance of gut health. However, I needed the flexibility, and that is why my reason is this business, you can work it from anywhere. You're going to see, I think Melissa's in her car because I think a kid probably had practice. I am working it. I do kind of sort of have an office in this new house. We just moved from South Alabama to Tennessee, and y'all, I didn't skip a beat in my business. I have a ton of team members who are military wives or military, because no matter where they get stationed or they get moved around, they can move their business with them. I know Jill does her business from the baseball field a lot. Angie is a band mom. Her daughter does flag corps. She does it. I know Lisa's son plays baseball. I mean, I sat waiting for my daughter in the car from ballet today, doing my business. So I love that how flexible it is, and it allowed me to be a stay-at-home mom. And even with that, in my Plexus, we adopted. And, you know, I'll tell you, those early years, I forgot. So I feel like I've been through every season in this business over 7 years. I now have teenagers. I've homeschooled. I've pandemic schooled. I've simmed to school. And now I have the terrible 2s, terrible 3s. I don't like calling it that. I'm just going to call the craziness. I have that flexibility to give him the time I need to give him and work it at 9 o'clock at night. I'm Eastern time. So it's 9 o'clock at night. So I put my kids to bed and I come here and work. And that has been such an important aspect of this business that I'm so thankful for every single day. Now, like I said, this business wouldn't work if these products didn't work. And so Lisa, who is a nurse, talking about teamwork, she's everything that I am not. So when I have a product question, all I know is that they work. I say, Lisa, tell me how this works, and she can tell you. So Lisa, you tell us your favorite part about this business.
Hey, thank you, Julia. Yeah, it's funny. I guess it's a blessing and a curse that people come to me and ask me questions. But like Julia will tell you today, sometimes this morning we were chatting and I get a little nerdy and get a little more detailed than I probably should. But I love it. I love it so much. So I'm Lisa, and I've been a nurse for a long time, about 21 years. And so the newest thing in my life that's happened is I've actually been able to quit full-time nursing and do Plexus full-time, which is still surreal to me because it has been all I've ever known is nursing, and that's what my degree is, and that's what I work so hard for, just like teachers and police officers and whoever else. They work so hard for that profession, and then you think, am I going to give this up to do network marketing? The great thing that I can say is that whenever I made this transition, it was really easy for me as far as what I was able to help people with, because, and like I shared with the group earlier, I want to help you help me. So as a nurse, I love the aspect of being able to help people feel better, help people get to, on the other side of their pain or their diagnosis, whatever that is, to get them stable and to help them feel better, help them have more quality of life. And what I didn't know, because I didn't know what I didn't know until Plexus, but what I didn't know is that I wasn't getting to the root of the issue. And so this business has been able to not only help me be able to transition into still being able to help people, but also been able to get a deeper level of helping them on a healthcare aspect, is that I'm actually not spinning my wheels with all the prescriptions and the surgeries and things like that. Yes, those are needed. Western medicine is a blessing, and I'm so thankful. However, I know that for me, and I know that a lot of my friends on this call, I felt like I was spinning my wheels, taking the same medicines and having surgery after surgery and procedure after procedure and miserable day after miserable day. And so this business has allowed me to not only quit full-time nursing, still crazy that that's coming out of my mouth, but I'm still able to help people on that root level. I mean, this business, this company, the leaders in this company, we have been talking about gut microbiome and probiotics and gut health before gut health was cool. So it seems like we have been on the cutting edge of this research that I love, getting to the nitty gritty of all of this. So this company's been on the cutting edge of all the things it seems like it's funneled, in the last year and a half, especially with people's health and immunity, their immune systems. And so I love that we were focused on that before it was cool. So I love that we don't put Band-Aids on things. I love that we get to the root of the issue. It makes me feel so satisfied that I can still do that from home and still be able to pick up my, one of my kids is driving, but the other doesn't. And I'm able to, take that pressure off my husband, to have to leave work early to go pick her up and take her to cheer and all the things. And I can be there, and I can go on the field trips now, and I can, do all the things that I've missed over the last 17 years of parenting. So I'm really thankful for these products at work that is able to give me a great sense of accomplishment, satisfaction, and I don't feel like I'm missing any part of that healthcare journey. I've still been able to help people. So I love that. I love that part. And if the products weren't great, this business wouldn't be so great. So it's really a win-win. So I think, Julia, I'm going to pass it back to you.
Yes, I got 2 points because I think I don't know, I extra love Plexus. But this next point of why our company does such an amazing job in this, I guess, network marketing, social selling is, I feel like a lot of people think, okay, you've reached the top of the company, so why do you continue to work? So, we have residual income. They are always giving us something to strive for. And I'll tell you, I did not sign up for the prizes. I didn't sign up for the trips. I really signed up because my kids needed the products and we needed the extra income. But what I found was we were fixing to celebrate 17 years of marriage. So we had been married about 10 years. Jared and I never had gone on a vacation together other than to Gatlinburg, which is ironic because that's where we live now, right outside Gatlinburg, for our 1 year anniversary. It wasn't in the budget. He was a youth pastor. I was a stay-at-home mom. We couldn't go places. And because of Plexus, once you reach a certain rank, you win a trip to 2. And before this year, it was to Hawaii. So we have been for an all expense paid trip to Hawaii 5 times. We just got back from Mayakoba, which is in Mexico, which I'll be honest, I never thought I would say it, but I want to go back. I love it. I might pick it over Maui if you ever get a chance to go to Mayakoba. We've also gotten the chance to go to, Angie went with me, to David Copperfield's private island. We went to another private island. What I'm saying right now, we're in a contest to win a trip to Paris. They're always giving us something to strive for. Even tomorrow, anyone in the company can win a Peloton bike about just simply ordering their products. The trips, the incentives, they always just keep, when someone says we get rewarded for how much we work, it truly is, that's the way it is with this business. On top of an incredible paycheck, we also get incredible prizes and trips. And just to mention it, I also drove like a 1987 Camry when I turned 16. And when you hit a certain rank, you also earn a free Lexus. And so I have a Lexus out there that I keep telling my 16-year-old she has to drive because it's paid for. I'm like, that's what you're driving. They started a great, because so many of our families were so big, we weren't fitting in the Lexus. The next year, because every 3 years you get a new car. I have a Mercedes Sprinter that holds 12 people, which we love because we love to party and we love to, that sounds like we love to party. We love to take kids. We like to go places. And so our Sprinter every weekend is full of kids. And it's such a blessing. I get to be like, Plexus pays for it. They give me money to pay that car note just by sharing products that I love, that have changed my family's life and has changed my friend's life. And just the perks, it almost sounds too good to be true. And I'll tell you, that was always my thought. This is just too good. Like, when am I going to get the catch? When's it going to fall through? And y'all, 7 years later, I'm finally like, there's no catch. It's just a wonderful company that is debt-free, that's able to treat their ambassadors amazingly. So our last person to share is one of my favorites, Melissa Amos. I know are you running from the ballpark? Is that where you're coming from?
No, I actually had praise team practice till like 8. Well, we were running late. So I was in the car and I rushed up to my office and I was like, getting all my stuff hooked up. So I'm good now. I'm ready to go. I feel like we saved the best one for last, not because I'm doing it, but because I feel like this is the best reason, probably the reason that I chose Plexus. Honestly, I love the trips. I love the amount of income that I'm able to provide for my family, but that is not why I started Plexus. I started Plexus for the products. And if we didn't have life-changing products, I would not be talking to you right now. I would not be doing network marketing. I would not be, posting on Facebook about these products. I would not be doing any of this. That is the absolute best reason, because if you don't have a product, you don't have a business. We hear all the time about pyramid schemes. A pyramid scheme is when you try to introduce a business to someone, but you don't have a product to offer them, or you don't have anything substantial to offer them. That is a pyramid scheme, but Plexus is the opposite of that. Plexus is actually, we have these life-changing products that every single person on this call can tell you that they didn't come into this for the business. I would venture to say that none of us came into it for the business. We might have been intrigued by the business, but none of us came into it for the business. We all came into it because we needed a probiotic, or we needed something to help us with energy, or we needed, if you're like me, I needed something to keep me out of the bathroom all the time. My kid is not on ADHD medicine and hasn't been since he was 7 years old because of these products. And that is life changing for me. And not to, discredit any other company, because there are great companies out there that are social selling companies, but makeup never changed my life. Clothing never changed my life. Bags never changed my life. Pots and pans never changed my life. Cleaning products never changed my life. But these products and what they have offered for me and my family have completely changed my life. I don't struggle with anxiety anymore. Like I said, I don't have to run to the bathroom anymore. I don't have migraines anymore. I sleep amazing. I'm able to provide, you know, an option for my kids that help them stay healthy. My husband that just turned 51, we joke all the time. He acts like he's 31. And I would say that part of that is because we have adopted this healthy lifestyle, and Plexus has been I would say 90% of that. And so if you don't have a product, you don't have a business. I say that all the time to people, but these are consumable products that people use every single month. It's not something they're going to order one time and put in a closet somewhere, or one time and they wear it for a year and they put in a closet somewhere and they've checked that off that they've supported their friend. And okay, I bought something for my friend at a party. Yay. Okay, check. Let's throw it over here. No, these are consumable products that people need, they want, and they continue to purchase every single month. And that's what brings them back and makes happy customers. And as you can see, really, really happy ambassadors. And so I would say that that is the best part for me. I love getting a new customer. I love bringing people into this business, but I love nothing more than bringing in a new customer and saying, I have got what you need. Let me help you. And so I feel like that's the best one.
That's right, Melissa. You know, I couldn't agree more. I mean, the financial aspect of Plexus is absolutely incredible. But if you don't have a product that you truly believe in and that you have seen, I mean, you know, now we're at the point in 7 years in, I mean, we've seen hundreds of lives and very personal. You know, my brother has had a 157-pound weight loss. My daughter's been able to get off of medication. My son's been able to get off of medication. I've been able to get off of medication. Like, how can you not want to share and bring everyone in to these products? But then on the other side, you know, now I did not know. Congratulations, Lisa. I did not know that you were officially retired from nursing. But, you know, now Lisa is able to be home and she has that time and financial freedom that she can. I mean, there is nothing better than that time freedom to be able to covet that short amount of time that we get with our children. I know Melissa is a stay-at-home mom. I know Julia is a stay-at-home mom. I am obviously a stay-at-home mom, but I was able to retire my husband. And there are stories upon stories of people that have been able to find that financial freedom as well as that health freedom with Plexus. So whatever you came in here tonight to get out of this, I promise you, and I know this sounds crazy, but I promise you that Plexus can solve more problems in your life than you could have ever imagined. I don't know if we even touched on the community and the friendships that I know that I've gained. Probably besides Julia, there's not one lady on this panel tonight that I would have had the honor or blessing to know if it wasn't for this incredible business. So the friendships and that one Plexus theme that we have with our company has just been such an incredible, incredible gift that I never even expected, but I can never imagine my life without any of these ladies or my Plexus family. So we're going to open it up for questions. And Julia, did you say just put it in the comments? Because I know it's on the health and happiness page, but if you have any questions, you can go ahead and put those down in the comments below, and we'll give you a few minutes and we can answer those for you. I feel like we should have like some music playing when this is going on.
Well, and for the sake of our Facebook people watching, we will go ahead and just conclude that part. I can stop going live, and we appreciate y'all watching. You can tag your friends on here, put your comments, and we'll go after the meeting or after the call, and we will go and answer those even for days out. And feel free to share, and we'll stay on for those who came live. Okay, I see our first question. How do I reach a target market? Who wants to take that question?
I'll take it.
Take it, Jill.
So I think, Sherry, the first thing I would say is, do you know your target market? I think that's the biggest thing, because you really do have to narrow in on who is it that you're looking for. But you reach your target market by being authentic and speaking openly and honestly about how your products can solve a problem for them. So if you're my target market is teachers. So if you're a teacher, I'm going to speak very honestly and openly about not only how the products can help you with stress and energy and health concerns that come from those things, but I'm going to talk to them about the opportunity, just like I did here, to provide margin, that you can have a job that you love, but some of us are not paid well in those jobs, and teaching is one of them. So I think just really digging into who is your market, and then really focusing in on what problems do they have that Plexus can solve will really help you reach them.
Love it. Thank you, Jill. Anybody else have any questions? Giving y'all time. Silence doesn't bother me, so I know it kills others. All right, I will just say thank you. Thank you, all of you that agreed to share tonight. This was super fun. I love it. I mean, Plexus is fun. Maybe that should have been one of our points. Plexus is just really fun. I never leave a call going, oh, gosh, I wish I didn't have to stay up to do that. Now, sometimes I'm an introvert. Sometimes I come to it like this, but I always leave with a big smile because it always fills my cup. So I hope that this answered your questions. And if you have any more, get with the person that invited you. And we did record in case you want to share. Bye, y'all.